Hi everyone. Today's topic is practice set 2.5 with Minazi Namdar. So in this first we will see nature of the root of the quadratic equation. Like the human being, numbers also have a nature. Like positive numbers, negative numbers, zero, real numbers, imaginary numbers, integers, like that. We'll see quadratic equation having which kind of the roots. That means when we are solving the quadratic equation, the final answer of the variable that x or y, whatever answer is come, that answers are which nature. It is decided by nature of the roots of the quadratic equation is determined by the value of b square minus 4ac. In previous video, we had seen the solving quadratic equation by using formula method. That is, x is equals to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. In this formula, the value inside the root, that means b square minus 4ac, is decided the nature. If the value is positive, then which kind of nature? If the value is negative, then what will be the nature? If the value is 0, then what happened? Okay. So this value b square minus 4ac is known as discriminant, is called the discriminant of the quadratic equation, and it is denoted by the Greek letter delta. Students call this delta as a triangle. So we can call it as a triangle. So delta is equals to b square minus 4ac. If this value is 0, then in the formula minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, the value of the root becomes 0 and the value of x is only minus b upon 2a. That means we can say both the root, then the roots of the quadratic equation are real and equal. Both are the equal and real when the delta is equals to 0. If delta is greater than 0 means positive. When the value of this b square minus 4ac comes positive, then we can say roots of the quadratic equation are real and unequal. That means these roots are real, but one of the root is b minus b plus root upon 2a and other is minus b minus root upon 2a. That means both are real but unequal. Now the third one, if the delta is less than 0, then roots are not real. Delta is less than 0 means delta is negative. So in root negative value, that is called the imaginary number. You can study in further class. So if the root is negative, that is not a real number, that is an imaginary number. There is an activity given in your textbook. Fill in the blanks. In this table, they had given you the values of discriminant 50, minus 30 and 0. They ask you the nature of the roots. First one, 50. 50 is positive, that means greater than 0. Hence, the roots of the quadratic equation are real and unequal. Second one is minus 30. It is less than 0. That's why roots of the quadratic equation are not real. And the third one is 0. 0 is the roots of the quadratic equation is real and equal. The next one, let us solve the sum questions in the practice set 2.5 based on nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. In that, first one is the activity, fill in the gaps and complete the activity. That first one, they had given you the quadratic equation b is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. B square minus 4ac, the value is given 5 and ask you the nature of the roots. The b square minus 4ac is equals to 5. Value is positive, that's why roots are real and unequal. Second one is given minus 5. The nature of the root is not. Now, in second question, find the values of the discriminant. First one, First equation is x square plus 7x minus 1 is equals to 0. In this, first we have to compare the given equation by the standard form and we have to find the values of a, b and c. Therefore, by comparing, value of a is equals to 1, value of b is 7 and value of c is minus 1. Discriminant, we have to find the value of discriminant is equals to b square minus 4ac. Now putting these values in the formula, 7 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 1 is delta is equals to square of 7 is 49 plus minus minus plus 4 ones are 4 and 49 plus 4 is 53. We have to just find the value of discriminant. Second question, 2y square minus 5y plus 10 is equals to 0. Comparing with the standard form, a is equals to 2, b is equals to minus 5 and c is equals to 10. Finding the value of delta is equals to b square minus 4ac. Putting the values, b is minus 5, that means minus 5 square minus 4 into 2, a is equals to 2 into c is 10. Square of minus 5 is 25 and 4 2s are 8, 8 10s are 80. So delta is equals to 25 minus 80. Therefore value of delta is bigger number sign is negative. That's why. Third question is root 2x square plus 4x plus 2 root 2 is equals to 0. Comparing this with the standard form, a is equals to root 2, b is equals to 4 and c is equals to 2 root 2. Delta is equals to b square minus 4ac. We have to find the value of discriminant. Putting the values of a, b, c in this formula, delta equals to 4 square minus 4 into root 2 into 2 root. Therefore, delta is equals to square of 4 is 16 and 4 into 2 is 8 and root 2 into root 2 is 2. So 8 2s are 16. That means delta is equals to 16 minus 16. Therefore, the value of delta is 0. This much we have to find in question number 2. Now, question number 3 of practice set 2.5. We have to determine the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. In previous question, just we have to find the value of discriminant. Now, in this question, we have to find the value of discriminant and we have to check whether it's a positive, negative or 0. If positive, that means roots are real and unequal. Negative, that means not real. And if delta is 0, that means roots are real and equal. Now the first question is x square minus 4x plus 4 is equals to 0. First we have to compare this equation with standard form and finding the values of a, b and c. A is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 4 and c is equals to 4. Find the value of delta is equals to b square minus 4ac. Substituting these values a, b, c, therefore delta is equals to minus 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 4. Therefore delta is equals to 4 square is 16 and 4 4s are 16. That means 16 minus 16 is equals to 0. Delta is equals to 0. That means the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation are real and equal. Come to the second question of question 3. 2y square minus 7y plus 2 is equals to 0. Comparing the given equation with the standard form. Therefore, a is equals to 2, b is equals to minus 7 and c is equals to 2. Delta is equals to b square minus 4ac. Finding the values minus 7 square minus 4 into 2 into 2. Therefore, delta is equals to 49 minus 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. Therefore, delta is equals to 33. Hence, the delta is positive, that means it is greater than 0. Therefore, we can say the root of the quadratic equation are real and unequal. Now, question number 3. M square plus 2m plus 9 is equals to 0. Again, we have to compare this equation with the standard form. Value of A is 1, value of B is 2, and value of C is 9. Delta, we have to find the value of delta is equals to B square minus 4AC. Substituting the values of A, B, C, 2 square minus 4 into 1 into 9. Square of 2 is 4 minus 9 4s are 36. Obviously here bigger number sign is minus, therefore delta is minus 32. Hence delta is negative, that means delta is less than 0. So we can say the root of the quadratic equation is not real. See, the last question based on this topic of practice set 2.5, that is 7th one, is the roots of each of the following quadratic equation are real and equal. We have to find the value of k. So first one is 3y square plus ky plus 12 is equals to 0. Already it is in the standard form. So comparing with the general form, we will get the values of a, b and c. A is equals to 3, b is equals to k and c is equals to 2. Already they had given us the roots of this given equation are real and equal. So we can write delta is equals to 0. That means b square minus 4ac is equals to 0. Substituting these values of a, b, c, we get k square minus 4 into 3 into 12 is equals to 0. That means k square minus 144 is equals to 0. Therefore, k square is equals to 144. After that, taking square on both sides, we get k is equals to plus or minus 12. So we can write value of k is plus 12 or value of k is minus. Now the second one is kx bracket x minus 2 plus 6 is equals to 0. In this, first we have to multiply kx with the bracket. So kx square minus 2kx plus 6 is equals to 0. Comparing this equation with the standard form, we will get the values of a, b and c. A is equals to k, b is equals to minus 2k and c is equals to 6. The roots of the given equation are real and equal is given. So we can write delta is equals to 0. That means b square minus 4ac is equals to 0. Substituting the value of b, a and c, b is minus 2k, bracket square minus 4 into a is k and c is 6 is equals to 0. Therefore, 4k square minus 6 4s are 24k is equals to 0. Therefore, 4k square is equals to 24k. So we can write k is equals to 24k upon 4k. K cancel and 4 6 are 24 is equals to, therefore value of k is equals to 6. This is the value of k.